Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Teacher Marie Johnson. To our replay viewers, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. Go ahead and share the broadcast if you're not here for the first time. But if you are, put a one in the comments so we can show you some love. Not trying to put you on the spot. Just want to show you some love to our live viewers. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Um, I'm just excited to be here. See, I told y'all I was coming. I made a little detour of sorts, but I appreciate you being here. So listen, go ahead and share the broadcast. Sharing is caring. Somebody needs this conversation. It is Fiery Friday, although I didn't put that in the title, but it's Fiery Friday. So, on Fiery Friday, we try to keep it a little spicy, a little caliente. So I would appreciate you sharing this broadcast. Let's have this conversation. I'm excited. Hey, Dee, thanks for joining. I'm excited to be here with you guys. It's a little bit late. I was trying to, I was in the kitchen. Oh, it was funny. It was funny. It was funny. It was so funny. I appreciate you joining me tonight. What happened to my old love? My old love is no longer. It's time for new. Um, But if that's you, if you're looking for new love, then we can have this conversation because I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you can go into 2021 with some different relationship goals. So, again, welcome and thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm Teacher Marie Johnson. For those who do not know me, I am Amazon bestselling author. I'm also the creator of Your Love of a Lifetime, helping you manifest true and lasting love. And so I'm excited to be here tonight. Hope that you are too. Looking forward to the conversation. So feel free to participate. It's not just me talking to you. I want you guys to talk back, as well as if you have any questions. We're going to talk about something that we're doing next weekend. So, one of the viewers said, "What happened to my old love?" Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's time to do something new. So, believe me, I'm single by choice because I refuse to settle. I refuse to just get into a relationship just to say I have one. You have choices, and we'll talk about that tonight too, as well. So again, welcome. Say hello so that I can say hello back to you. I don't know what they taste like. I just took them out the oven. Call myself trying to make some keto chocolate chip cookies, but child, we gonna see. Nonetheless, I appreciate you guys being here. So number one of the 5 reasons why you don't have to go into 2021 alone, and we're gonna help you with that. But listen, you don't have to be alone for the rest of your life. I know some of y'all been through some horrible relationship situations, whether it was a committed relationship, a long-term relationship, or if it was a covenant commitment. Maybe you were married and it ended, or whatever your situation might be, just depending, because it seems like men seem to move on a little faster than women, but no hard facts about that. So you making the choice to not jump right back into a relationship, that's actually a great choice, because one of the things, not only do you want to take some time to be alone, you've got to process that hurt and that pain, especially if it was a relationship. Who gets in a relationship for it to end? So there probably was no doubt some kind of pain or some kind of feeling about the fact that it was over. Now, it could have been the best thing for you, because some relationships are toxic. Some relationships we shouldn't be in anyway. I am your highness says I've been living alone for 6 years now. I've been celibate for 6 years. That's absolutely amazing. And listen, I'm not here to tell anybody that they have to be in a relationship. If you are content and fine being alone, then that's great. Or, whatever your situation is. But there are some people who have been hurt by relationship that say, well, I'm just going to stay alone because I don't want to get hurt again. And that really is not the choice that you have to make. You have to choose to heal from the pain. There's a difference in being alone where, I'm by myself, and lonely leans toward desperation, and you don't have to live in that space either. Being alone, you can be content with being alone, but actually most people have never really taken the time to be alone, or they haven't embraced the space. So maybe you've been alone. You said yes, me. Maybe you've been alone and not really enjoyed that time. I remember after my first divorce, Lord, my last, my last, um, I was mad. Now I was mad at me. I was mad at me because I didn't want that for my life. And I was just mad because I looked up and I was like, man, I'm going on 50. I'm gonna be by myself. This sucks. This is not what my life looked like in my mind. So, if you don't deal with that hurt and that pain, and it took me some time to really reconcile all of that. I was, yeah, of course, there was a degree of mad at him because of the things that took place, but probably my my mad was at me because I was like, it was a crazy decision. I don't know why you made it. What were you thinking? Why'd you spend so much time in this relationship just for it to end how you knew it would end anyway? I mean, I had to deal with all of that. And I couldn't do it alone. So I'm here to tell you that you may think you're navigating through it, and you might be, but are you navigating well? And are you moving toward being well? I am your highness said, loneliness is my only companion. Well, see, people that enjoy being alone, it's just a state of being. It's not that they feel like um that there's something missing. If you can be by yourself and not feel like something's missing, then maybe that's the space that's destined for you, or maybe that's where you want to be. You were married for 22 years and it ended overnight. Okay, that I understandable. So for it just it depends on if you have children. It also depends on how old you are. So, if you got married in your 30s, so that puts you in your 50s, just kind of depends on how old you are. If you're younger than 50, I would say, you don't have to stay in that space. You definitely want to do the healing work so that you can move forward. You're 47. Okay, awesome. You can't move on. You can't move on alone, because if you could have done it, it already been done. So you definitely need to connect so that you can do that healing work. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the work because people don't want to talk about the work. I like to call it a journey because it really is a journey. And just know that, in the midst of it, you're going to have to face some things and deal with some pain and all that kind of good stuff. But nonetheless, it's a journey, and everybody's journey is different. Yours doesn't have to be, you know, the same as the next person's, or somebody that your journey doesn't have to be like theirs. Your journey is unique to you. You get to decide how long you stay in that space. And so I was divorced in 2014, so that's 6 years ago, almost 6 years to the date. And I don't desire to spend too many more years alone. but I also know that it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here. Hey, Laura, how are you? Thanks for joining. I'm not here to rush anything. I know and I can tell you that it's been a journey and it's been, a fulfilling one. It's been a journey that I've made a whole lot of discoveries along the way. I put my focus, in a different place so that I don't feel, especially not like I did when it first happened. I was, like I said, I was mad. I was mad at him. I was mad at me. I was mad at the world. I was just mad. It was like, another holiday season. Oh my goodness, and it's just a whole journey. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be alone. But certainly, before you move on, you've got to deal with whatever is there. And so that's going to be different for everybody else. You doing pretty good? Good, Laura. Glad to hear that. I'm amazing. Thank you so much. So you don't have to stay in that space. So number two, and again, thank you so much for joining. If you're here for the first time, let us love on you. Let us welcome you. I appreciate that. Say hello so we can say hello back. And if you haven't shared the broadcast, please go ahead and share the broadcast. I'm going to be sharing an event that we're going to have. It's really going to be a fun night next weekend. Excuse me. But we'll talk about that a little later, but the link is down at the bottom of the screen, bit.ly/Vision of Love 2020. Go there. You can check out what we're doing, but I'm going to talk about it. So, stick with me. But we're talking about 5 reasons why you can go into 2021 a little different, all things new. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Laura. I'm doing absolutely well. So number 2 is you have more choices available than you think. You may just be looking around your immediate, and I know we're in COVID, so I hope that you are staying safe. I hope that you just not like out here roaming the streets just to be roaming them. Okay, I hope that you are taking the necessary precautions, you're staying safe, and that even if you find yourself in situations where there are like gatherings, that you're still taking the necessary precautions, because I don't want to see anybody, have to suffer with this virus. I know some very dear people to me now that are, fighting to get well. And so, especially in times like this, you got to do some things different. It's not like I can go to the grocery store and just hang out or whatever, or, I mean, where else would I go? I don't know, just somewhere in my daily travels, because my daily travels are not daily anymore. They're specific and targeted. And if I don't have to go out, I don't, just because I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Oh, you're isolating. Okay. Well, I definitely would love the opportunity to help you change that perspective of being lonely. Now, I get it. you know, you hear that? Yeah. That's what's going on over here. But I can tell you I'm not lonely. And it's not even about, how much time I spend with other people, because I really don't. I had to go in the office yesterday. That's probably the most amount of people that I've seen at one time in one space in a while, and I've only had to go into the office a couple times since this thing started. And so it's kind of crazy right now, but you're able to no, I'm not. You're able to realize that you do have some different choices. And so, you just may need someone to help you see what those other choices are. And so that's one of the things that we're going to talk about next week. What kinds of choices do you have now? What is there now? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really not gonna be your go-to girl for dating apps. That ain't my life. I don't want to do that. Um, but I know great success stories, and then I know horror stories. So it's just not an avenue that I wish to explore, and I don't have clients right now that are looking to explore that either. So I just kind of have a general sense of what that looks like, but there's still, short of doing, eHarmony and all those others, there's still some other ways that you can mix and mingle safely virtually, and still, find someone who you might be interested in. Maybe you might meet a love story. Yeah. I mean, and it could happen. I'm excited. We just had a phenomenal relationship summit, and the conversations that we had afterwards were incredible. And so we're looking to do more things like that. It was virtual, of course, but it was a lot of fun, and we're looking to, explore some different ways to have fun. Laura said, I'm not really into those dating apps either. Yeah, no. Even before COVID, it doesn't appeal to me. It just, I don't know. It's something about it. I mean, now you're still social. I'm still on social media. And yes, of course, I get people that hit me up, whether it's on Instagram or on Facebook. You seem like a very intellectual and intelligent woman. Well, thank you very much. I'd like to think that I got a little bit. I hit my head against the brick wall enough times to have knocked some sense into it by now. So, just life and life experience. Um, but there are some choices that you have, and you just may need to look at it from a different perspective. So, number three, you've got to understand how you're going to I know, Laura. You've got to understand how you're going to be able to attract love to you. Now, I can certainly tell you that when your heart is broken and when you're in a broken state, you're not going to attract your ideal person. Probably not. Because in that state of brokenness, your focus is the fact that you're broken, that you're in pain, that you hurt. You may even be going through all of the stages of grief, especially if the breakup was due to divorce, because divorce is like a death. You're going to go through a grieving process. So depending on where you are in that, you're not going to attract the ideal partner, even if you have a picture in your mind of that person, because guess what? You're going to attract what you are. You're going to attract what you put your focus on. And if you keep putting your focus on the fact that that didn't work and this person did that, you're not going to attract your ideal person. um Totally true for you. I can imagine. I mean, I know. But walked in those shoes. Glad I don't walk in those shoes anymore, because that's just not, it's not the best for your life. It's not the best use for your time. But I understand. Again, you go through these grieving processes and those moments, and sometimes it's difficult depending on how long you were together. And the fact that you said it happened like out of nowhere. If we have a conversation and kind of look at it, it probably didn't happen out of nowhere. It's probably that you mistook some of the signs for something else. So I'm not ashamed to admit I still cry. Listen, who you telling? I still cry too, but I cry. My tears are different. My tears are like, where is he? Is he coming? God, you promised. You said he was coming. Where is he? Where? Just some of that. But I'm not ashamed. There are people who wouldn't dare say, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in love. I want to, move on and have that love. There are some people that wouldn't ever say that out loud. Now, you'd have to know my relationship story to know that, um, yeah, I really shouldn't feel this way about love. I should be like, yeah, I'm done. Love doesn't work, whatever. I'm not going to live in that space. Or say, yeah, and I'm still working through some stuff from my divorce and even other personal baggage. Absolutely. You have to work on that stuff because a lot of times it's that stuff that interferes with the current relationship that you're really trying to have because they got issues, you got issues, y'all trying to make the issues work. And sometimes it does not, especially if you don't have good communication skills. Men communicate a little bit differently from women. So you already have a challenge there. Now, there are some men that want to sit you down. They want to have the in-depth conversation. Hey, Marnie, thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you. You know, you said you were blind. Okay, so that would be something that we would need to talk about. And I'm not saying that it didn't happen the way you're describing it, but there are three sides to every story. And so that would be something that, could be worked through. I can't live without someone else to care and love, maybe because I don't care for myself. Well, again, perspective, and all the more reason why I would want you to come to this event that we're having, because I want to help you look at your life where it is from a different perspective so that you can go on the journey to having the love that you've always wanted and desired. So it's possible. And at a point, you have to realize that it is possible for you. Number four. And again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you for sharing. Go ahead and share the broadcast if you have not done so already. I appreciate that. Listen, we're talking about 5 reasons, five things that you can consider to go into 2021 with new love, new relationship, and just a new perspective. So again, thank you so much for being here. Number 4. Now, depending on where you are in this relationship journey to healing, because healing is a choice and healing is a journey. You you don't know what it's going to look like until you actually get down in it. Unfortunately, most people kind of just gloss over some things. They don't deal with those other things as well as the things that happen and the things that resulted from that relationship ending. So, we've got to deal with those things, but at the end of the day, you can still have what you want. If you want to be free, at peace, loving your life, you can have that. Listen, the goal is to be good, whether or not, thank you for sharing on Periscope, Marnie, whether or not you have love in another person or not. What is life? Now, I do believe that life is meant to be a shared experience with someone else. Is that everybody's mission, goal? No, it's not. Everybody's not meant to do that. And I'm here to tell you, if committed relationship is not what you desire, don't do it. If you are only getting married because that's what your family expects, or that's what you were told, that's what you saw, but it really in the depths of your heart and soul is not what you want, my gosh, don't do it. Hey sis, thanks for joining and thank you for sharing. Don't do it. Just don't try to convince yourself that you're gonna love this person for life. And that's not what you want. Just don't waste your time. Don't waste their time. Just don't do it. I think if a lot of people would just be honest, that would probably be a third of the divorces in the first place because people are not honest about what they want. Don't I say if you're not serious because I'm clear. I want a relationship that's moving toward commitment. That's not your agenda, then you probably don't want to consider dealing with me in that way. That's a statement to the men. Yeah, I got friends. I have a lot of male friends, but I'm not just trying to kick it. I'm not trying to Netflix and chill with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna spend time, quality time together, then it needs to be seen if it's a possibility for us to have something deeper and more meaningful. I wasted 6 years waiting for my ex. Yeah, I understand. You don't want to waste 6 more years. Listen, all the more reason. If you don't want to waste that time, then you need we need to yeah, we need to have a conversation. We need to talk. You need to come to this event that we're having next Saturday because you don't have to spend the rest of your life just in waiting in limbo. No, you got to do some things. If it's something that you want, let me give you an example. You need a job. You want a job. You think of the job that you want to have, the position, even with the company. What do? You prepare for that. You find out what the job consists of. You go to the website because everything's online now. You go to the website. You apply for that job. You make preparation. You get your resume together. You do all of that. There's preparation to get to the end goal, and you've got to do the work. The time wasted I can't go back and get, and it's affecting my future. Absolutely. Now once you get in that space of I'm healed and I'm ready to move on, you do that with the understanding that it could end. That's how healed your heart should be. Some people heal to a degree, but they withhold. So if you don't do that healing work so that you're able to I forgot to put that in my title. So that you're able to like fully deal with those issues, the relationship pain, any unresolved issues from your past. You really still have to do some work. And I believe even ongoing, it's not like we ever get to the state of being totally healed. We don't totally arrive ever. We're still evolving and transforming and growing and maturing. And I think, you want to find a person that knows that you got these flaws, that this is who you are, and they're willing to deal with you and you're willing to deal with them. So we're talking about 5 things that you can do so that you can go into 2021 um ready for love. Bottom line, you're still not cured. Oh, absolutely. I get it. I get it. And I get it from the perspective of I'm like a year out of my last relationship that it was a painful ending. It really was. It was a painful ending. But it was something I had to do because I'm at this point in my life, I'm not willing to sacrifice. You don't know what you want? you're not gonna hold me back because I don't have time to waste while you try to figure it out. Yeah, I love you. Okay, great. But I'm just not trying to waste unnecessary time because the time that I'm spending with you and your indecision, there's somebody else who's already decided. So, yeah. Uh, thank you. Listen, it's a virtual background. I wish this was my bathroom for real. Can I say no? I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, you can move forward and you can love again and you can have what you want. Now, let me put some perspective to that. You got a list. Okay, so I'm short. I'm short, people. Don't nobody talk about me. So I do like taller men. Now you could be 5'4" and taller than me, okay? Whatever. But I do like taller men. So I like men that are taller than me. I'm not gonna put no number on it. But cause I really don't I'm not wrapped up in all that. The yeah, he's got to be a certain skin color, certain kind of hair, certain kind of eyes. He got to be 6'1". He needs to be 230 pounds. Yeah, no, I want. Listen, I will rest in peace. 5 a day. um, Now you have to be understand. You need to be okay. You gonna lose me in the centimeters. I just, I'm American girl. I don't deal with centimeters. Centimeters. I can't help you. You you have to understand that you need a list, but you've got to be physically attracted to the person. I mean, you do. You can't detest the sight of them. You know what I'm saying? But even with that in mind, you don't just say, "Oh, well, if they're not this, if they're not that, you know, that's 6'1", 230." Yes, D. Football players, yeah, 6'1", 230. Okay, but see, I'm not caught up on that. I used to have a type. Listen, I want a man that's gonna love me. Now, ideally, I would like for him to be taller than me, but I'm not going to say no to a man who's not taller than me. I'm gonna miss out on love because he's not taller than me. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know somebody who is shorter than me, but they swear he better be 5'9" or taller. Girl, 5'3" is taller than you. I'm gonna need you to get your life. Really? I'm not gonna miss out on love. I'm not gonna miss out on love because I got these standards. And again, hear me when I say you can have what you want. It just might not be packaged like you want it to be. So you've got to have a degree of openness. I would rather again have somebody who is not the height or whatever, but is gonna love him some me. Yeah, I'd rather have that person than to say, oh, I want this, oh, he looks like a celebrity. He looked like, I don't know, Eric Benet. That's the first name came to mind. He looked like Eric Benet, he's talented, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that might not be a good situation for me. I might find myself broken, torn, and all of that. Not that Eric Benet is nice to look at. He is. I'm just saying, you look like Snoop Dogg. Okay. That's different. I don't know. I'm really just trying to say that you you um you got to be kind of open. Now you can have what you want, just understand that what you want might not look quite like you picture. If anybody, because see, growing up, this was me. I always had people judge me by my appearance. If you are, I mean, it's clear to see I'm light skinned, but um, yeah, it- you look at people and there are certain conclusions, and sometimes you're going to look at people and come to the wrong conclusion. So, are you going to miss out on love because you're being, that specific? I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it, especially at this point in my life. I'd rather have love, like for real, than to spend the rest of my time playing games with somebody who really doesn't want what I want. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I think I'm a millionaire. Okay. 21 years old. Alrighty. Well, you know, you might find someone close to your age. And even with that, because I'll tell you, I was like, yeah, I don't want to date nobody older. I never really dated, only a couple times dated someone older than me. And so I just really wasn't open to it. I usually attract younger men, never really, only a few men my age, actually, were attracted. I usually always attracted younger men because they say I don't look my age. So um I wasn't really open to older, but I had to say to myself the same thing I just said. Are you going to not be with someone just because they're older? Now when I say older, I'm not talking 2 or 3 years. I'm saying like 7, 8, 10. That matters when you are, in the I don't know what to call it. When you're in the third quarter of your life, I don't know. You know, am I your age? If you're 21, no, sir. Far from it. I got 30 years on you. So you've gotta be open. But I'm still here to tell you, in terms of character, how are they gonna treat you? Do you share the same values and morals? Do you like some of the same things? You're not gonna like everything that they like. You're an individual. They're an individual. You two individuals come together and you have some commonalities, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that your life has to stop. You're not waiting on somebody to come complete you, because that's not how that goes either. You're 100% complete and whole like you are. And if you're not, then that should be something that you should work on um, while you're single, while you're waiting. It's a compromise. Yeah. How can you to keep each other happy? Absolutely. How can you donate? You can go to that link if you're interested in coming to the class, if that's what you're saying. Next Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having a vision board party, and it's not just for women. Men can come if they desire. bit.ly/vision of love 2020. It's gonna be um it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun. D said, I'll take a solid 5'7". That's 8 inches taller than me. I know that's right, D. Just taller, just taller. You know. Let me, have to hold my head back a little bit to look up at you. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. So we're having this vision board party because I want you to learn some of the specifics that you need if you're going to attract this new love, if you're going to manifest the right relationship. bit.ly/vision of love 2020. I wish I was in the USA. I could. Oh, well, you could attend it, Snoop. It is virtual. It's not in person. We're not doing any in-person events right now. I know Marnie is cracking up. You can attend virtually. That's how the event is taking place. Uh, it's taking place that way. But go to that link. It's very affordable. You're going to get more than you even imagine. If you've been to a vision board party before, you ain't never been to one like this. It's going to be live. It's going to be popping. So come on. And, even if you have love, can I help somebody else? Even if you have love and maybe there's another area of your life, you can take those principles that we're going to share and apply it to a different area of your life. So, maybe you got love or you're in a relationship and you're cool, but you want it to be better. You want it to truly blossom or move to the next level, then you should come to be a part of this incredible vision board party. So the last thing that I wanted to share with you is that coming to this vision board party is going to help you get some clarity. A lot of times people really don't know exactly what it is they want. They think, you know what you don't want. But have you really considered what you do want? And a lot of people haven't really fully taken the time to articulate that. So we're going to help you get a clear vision of what it is that you want. So then when you see it, I got to go back to this example. It's called reticular activation. I remember I was in Texas and spending some time for work. And I didn't know anybody other than my coworkers, which, most of them are men. So they was off doing their own thing or they was hanging out together, you know. So I had a lot of time, had a lot of time. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do some things this summer that I hadn't done before. One of the things was I'd always said I wanted a BMW. I'd never driven it. I said, let me go. There was a BMW dealership not far. I said, let me go to the dealer. I'm gonna drive this car and kind of, put that in my heart about having. Sometimes we really don't know what's good for us. That's true. That's true. That's true. But when you know what you want, you have a clear picture of that, you're able to steer clearer of that which is not good for you. And I'll come back to that. So I go to this dealership, I drive a BMW. I said, okay, cool. When I get back home, I'm just gonna see because I was in Texas. I live in Michigan. So when I left, it was like all I started seeing was BMWs. It's called reticular activation. When you put your focus, you put your mind on something, and then you have this picture. So wherever you see it, wherever you are and it's there, you recognize it. Now that might not be the scientific definition, but I know because then I began to see BMWs all around me that I had never seen before until I did that thing. I'm here to tell you, if you don't have a clear vision of the relationship that you want, you're not going when it comes your way, you're not going to recognize it. As one of my friend co-laborers in this relationship space says, you're not gonna know it. You gonna put it in the friend zone. And how many of us have done that? Put it in the friend zone. So you've got to have this clear vision about what it is that you want. Otherwise, you're going to spin your wheels. You're going to spin your wheels on something that probably would be a waste of time had you had a clear picture, a clear vision of what you really wanted. Sometimes we really don't know what we want. Oh, thank you, sis. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining. And I'm here to tell you, you will, especially if you in the space and you've been alone. Thank you for sharing, Dion. You've been alone. Somebody come into your space, whether they are or they're not, but especially if they're not exactly what you're looking for. If you've been alone long enough, you might entertain it. But when you have a clear picture, you're not gonna waste your time on anybody or anything. And that's not to put anybody down. I'm just saying that there are just some people that if you don't fit, if I could tell you, I should I say this? Okay, it's Fiery Friday. It's my broadcast. I can say what I want to say. Okay, there are a couple people who express interest in me. Not really interested because it's not what I want. You have some goals, you got an agenda. I don't care to be a part of that agenda because it's not what I want. So if I weren't clear, and especially for those of you that are by yourself, is your I am your highness. Listen, you might get to a point you're like, I just not another month, not another week, not another day. It happens. And you're like, who can I call? No, when you're clear about what you want, you will not. You might want to. You might think about it. You might consider it. You might even schedule it. I can say that because, yeah, I did. Was like, let me just call somebody, kick it with. I even remember after this divorce, I was like, I don't want a relationship right now. But it would be nice. I always want to go places with my sister and my mama. It would be nice to have a friend. We can kick it, yada, yada. Well, you got to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Again, that being my picture was not crystal clear enough. Guess what came? That somebody who I could spend some new from my past, but it wasn't a good situation. So when you're clear about what it is you want, you won't even entertain something that's going to be a waste of your time. Dion said, my radar is so strong now because I know what I want and I know that is the same mojo appears. I have to do more work because when you continue to attract the same type you don't want, you got to switch your focus and recognize it. Absolutely. And that's the very thing clarity is a must. We are going to talk about, at this virtual vision board party because I want you to be clear. I want you to leave there like, I'm clear. This is what I want. You get that reticular activation going and you're going to see some things differently. You're going to be so much closer to manifestation than you have been all year. Now, I can't promise you that you're going because there are some things that go along with that. So I can't promise you that you're going to meet them next week or the week after, or you're going to meet them before 2020 ends. But listen, if you do the work, this is what I do know. If you do the work, and I know, this is what I know about me. When I'm clear on the work that needs to be done and I put my head down and do it, before you know it, you'll look up and you'll be where you want it to be. So I said that to say I was needing to heal from a marriage that was ending. And because we were still in the same kind of space together, though separated, I knew there was just some things I had to work on like immediately. Now, depending on how the breakup is, you might have to not be in the same space with that person. And I get it. But if you have children, you have to learn how to effectively co-parent and all that kind of stuff if that's possible. Okay, so this person, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there were so many emotions, but I knew, and the spirit of the Lord spoke to me and was like, you got to forgive him. I wasn't trying to hear that. At that point, I didn't even want to do it. Because I was like, I just want to sit here for a while in my pain. I want to sit here for a while in my anger. I just want to. Now, when you pray and you have a relationship with God or whoever your higher power is, you have conversations back and forth. He was like, no, you're going to work on forgiveness. I don't want to. But I knew I had to. It wasn't an option. I had to. It was just that toxic of a relationship. Because guess what? Me not dealing with forgiveness was going to kill me, not him. So a lot of times the things that you have to deal with and heal from are for your benefit, not the other person. They might benefit from what you have to do, but it's not for them. It's not about them. You've got to do it for you. When it comes to forgiveness, it's not that you condone anything that the person did, said, or whatever. No, forgiveness is about you unyoking yourself to that heavy weight. And that was a heavy weight. It was a heavy weight for me, and it was not one that I could afford to hang on to. Hey, Shanedra, thank you. I had to let that go. And I promise you, I didn't know how I was going to do it. I did not know. And on the onset, I really wasn't trying to figure it out. But I did the work. And I can say in a matter of weeks, it was so much better than it was in the beginning. And then in a matter of months, it was really, really okay. And by the time we went to court for the divorce, we had a moment, kind of like after it was said and done, kind of like, did we just do the right thing? Nah, we did the right thing. We did the right thing. But I'm saying that to say, and I shared that just to let you know, if you do the work, don't focus on the external stuff. Don't even make the focus about them. This is about you. The only person that you can control is you. Yes, you can do things that affect other people. But when it comes to control in your life, you're the only one. You have the choice. You have the power, and you got to do it for you. Don't allow somebody to cause you to stay in a sense of pain and hurt because you mad about what happened. They promised you till death do us part, but okay, we had to part before death occurred. Or whatever the situation may have been. You're in this space and it's okay. It might be hard. It might be a hard reality. It might not even be a place that you imagine you will be in, but you're here. And what? They probably have gone on with their life And even if they haven't, it still ain't none of your business because you mind your business. Your business is your life. I'm not going to spend another moment, minute, second, hour, week, month panning over, mad about, crying over somebody who ain't crying over me. I'm not. Oh, I promise you. Yeah, it be some lonely nights at times. Yeah, sometimes I keep my distance because I don't want to get in a situation where I'm like, how'd I get here? I don't want to be asking those questions. When I make the decision for this relationship, I want it to be because I'm clear-minded. I'm ready for that next. And I'm settled in my heart. I'm not dealing with all that stuff from before. But I'm not going to. Listen, if that's you, I've been there. If you only knew my relationship story, you would see why I'm so passionate about this. Because I know you can heal. It hurt. Listen, I'd probably be multi-millionaire if I had $1 for every tear I cried about the people who did me wrong and left me and this, that, and other. No, I refuse. And it's a process. So don't, wherever you are, don't knock yourself for where you are. Get some help so that you don't stay there. If I can say anything to you, don't stay. You don't have to stay there. You can make a decision. Even if you at this point don't see that, yeah, I'll be in another relationship, or yeah, there's somebody else for me. Even if you don't see that, you don't have to stay broken. You don't have to stay hurt. You don't have to be in pain. You don't have to be mad. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to do any of that. You can love again, and you loving again starts with loving you. You loving again is knowing how to love you because we teach people how to love us. So somebody that love you in the wrong way, if they loved you in the wrong way, it's because you taught them. And maybe you didn't say, talk to me like this, treat me like this. But because you didn't say something different, you might as well have said it. So next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having a Vision of Love vision board party. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to go into some things that you can do so that you can go from wherever you are. Your vision of love might be far, far away, and it's okay. You can say, yeah, I want to love again, but I'm not there. Come so you can at least be ready, know how to take some steps forward. I'd love to help you do that. It's going to be fun. So yeah, you got to do a little bit of work. And of course, it's a vision board party. So, we're going to do that work. But it's going to be fun. I believe in having fun. I like to laugh. I love music. So, we're going to have music. It's going to be a party. We're doing it via Zoom. So it's going to be a blast. And I don't want you to miss it. So come on, hang out with us. Thank you. Listen, you say so much wisdom only because I have so much pain. And I don't want anybody else. If I can help you, heal, come on, let's heal. If I can help you not deal with some of the stuff I went through, come on. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. If any way that I can help you, I'm looking forward to it. So bit.ly/vision of love 2020, bit.ly/vision of love 2020. Just a few dollars. It's not even expensive. And listen, for what I'm going to teach you, it should be way more. But we still in pandemic, so we ain't trying to make it hurt you. I don't want to inflict hurt. I want to help you. So just a couple few dollars. Come on, have fun with us. Get a plan for your 2021 vision of love or your life. Because you might just be at the stage where you want to love you better. So you'll know what you need to do to make that happen and manifest that. And before you know it, you might be ready. You might join us by Valentine's Day and say, "Hey, I'm good to go. Let's take this thing to the next level." So I'm excited. I appreciate you. I am Your Highness. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you. Definitely. Thank you for posting that, D. Yep, bit.ly/vision of love 2020. Go there, sign up. Next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll get the information of everything that you need. Invite somebody to join you. Now they do need to pay. So don't think they can slide in the room on your link. They can't do that. But definitely, I want you to come so that you can have a different vision for what love should look like, or at least what you want it to look like in your life. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I'll be back on. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. I'll be back on with the ladies in a little bit. So if you're still up, check us out on Periscope and on Facebook. I'll definitely share it to my page, but definitely want to see you at the Vision of Love Vision Board Party. bit.ly/vision of love 2020, bit.ly/vision of love 2020. And so listen, even if you decide, I can't make it for whatever reason, and you want to create a plan so that you can move forward, make sure that you inbox me or send me a message. Let me see. bit.ly/ Hey D, check this link for me. I'm pretty sure this is it. If you want to schedule an appointment to, what is that? I'm pretty sure that's the link. bit.ly/ your love call 20. You can schedule an appointment to have a phone consultation with me, and we can talk about your next steps. If you want to move forward, we are opening our membership November 1st. I'm really, really excited about that as well. This is a membership where you can come and be a part of like-minded individuals that are on their healing journey as well, that want to manifest true and lasting love. So I'm excited, and the good part of it is I'm still also on this journey myself. So I'm excited. I'll be sharing some more of my my wins and my learned lessons with you. Thank you so much. Hope to see you there. And we can talk about all that. So definitely, if that's you and you want to call, bit.ly/ your love call 20. But I want to see you at the Vision Board Party. It's going to be a blast. Don't you miss it, especially if you desire. And listen, I'm here to tell you deserve it. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You deserve love. You do. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. Please share this broadcast if you haven't already done so. That would be amazing. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you soon. Our goal is still to come on. I know we came on a lot later tonight because we had some other things going on, but my goal is still to come on every night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So look to see